What up, guys? It's your brother Joe here, and welcome once again to F1 2020 My Team Career Mode. We're on Season 2. This is Round 5. We're at Zandvoort for the Dutch Grand Prix. And this was actually a big turning point race for me, because you'll see why later on, but Jake basically heard about what happened in this race, and I showed him the footage, and I got a big telling off from Jake from the way I drive, so... But we're going to skip through that for now. If you haven't seen the previous installments, go check them out. I promise you they're worth checking out. We're now here at Zandvoort, and we're having a bit of a spin in qualifying. But we're doing quite well pace-wise, and in fact we're P13, so not quite as well as we would have hoped. So we're going to do another lap, and this time we're I think that's P8. And we now skip to the final part of qualifying, to see where we managed to get on the grid. So we got through Q2, and in fact that is a top 5 position. The Arrows car this year is just looking incredible. Well, in fact we've lost a couple of places at the end. It's P7 and Daniel Ricciardo in the Renault P3. But that is a strong showing from us, and our Arrows car clearly moving in the right direction there as we head into the race.
Welcome along then to the North Sea coast and Zandvoort, 25 miles away from Amsterdam, and the host for today's Dutch Grand Prix. It's a race the great Jim Clark won on 4 occasions, leading for an astonishing total of 370 laps. 2.6 miles then make up a lap here at a wet Zandvoort circuit, where some tricky braking zones and sudden drops can make it all too easy to slide off into the gravel. There are 14 corners overall and a 678-metre main straight, providing the best chance for overtaking. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he starts from pole position, and Alexander Albon lines up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Bottas, Charles Leclerc, Oldtimer, Sainz, Perez, Kvyat, and Sebastian Vettel, Ocon, Norris, Daniel Ricciardo, and Stroll, Hubert, Gasly, Kimi Raikkonen, and Antonio Giovinazzi, Magnussen, Grosjean, Russell, and Nicholas Latifi. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out. Then let's see who can prevail today.
Right, Jeff here. Can you hear me? Good luck today. We can make a top 10 position, so give it 100%.
The track is a swimming pool, but we're getting ready to go racing at Zandvoort, and it is lights out and away we go. We've got an absolutely great launch off the start there. I cannot see a thing though. I'm diving to the outside. What can we do around the outside of the Mercedes? We've actually moved into P3. That is a great start from us, behind the 2 Red Bulls, who are 1 and 2 at the moment, with Verstappen leading. We're trying to have a look at Albon around the outside there, but we just don't have the grip. And as we go down into the far section, you can see there that I just cannot see a thing at all. Visibility on... I tell you what, they've got the visibility and the spray effect right on this game, because I literally cannot see a thing behind these 2. And yeah, in fact, by the end of the second lap, they've already checked out front, so it's just me trying to hold on to 3rd place. But you know what, that's not a bad place to be. I'm quite happy to be holding on to 3rd place, albeit just about holding on to 3rd place. We can now progress into the 3rd lap a bit later, and I think Lewis Hamilton, I'm not going to make it easy for him. He has the inside line, but I've got the later braking, and I just take the corner, and he has to back out of it. It is very, very slippery though, and one mistake will have me... well, I will lose a lot of positions. So now we progress on to the 7th lap, and once again, still the 2 Mercedes behind me, and I'm creating something of a train, as Kevin Magnussen is going to drop out of this session. Maybe too much water in the engine, but he's just not going very much further at all. That car is done for the day. Well, Not a great day for K-Mag. Right, we've had the safety car out, but now we're on the restart. Can I split the Red Bulls? Taking a dive up the inside of Albon and nearly tagging the back of Max Verstappen there. That wouldn't make me popular with the Orange Army at all, despite the fact I'm in an orange car. But we've got past Alex Albon, and I'm trying to put on some pressure to Max Verstappen early on, because I know that Red Bull round here is just ridiculously OP. We're not going to get anywhere near it, such as the speed of the Red Bull, and I'm trying to hang on to Max there, but already he's got a tiny bit of a buffer, and we've hit that curb there and nearly lost it, and I think that has given Max an advantage. A few laps down the line now, and Albon is starting to have a look at my rear. In fact, he's trying to force his way on the inside line there. Albon very aggressive, and he has actually got the move done there. I'm going to try and have a dive up the inside. I have taken a dive up the inside. Oh, we've thumped Albon. And in fact, I think Bottas has got him for good measure. No, he hasn't, because Albon is fighting him for all he's worth, but Bottas taking the position. As we head on to the end of lap 11, we're not even halfway through this very tricky, very wet race yet. And I am trying to hang on for dear life for P2. Another podium, a third of the season, which would be fantastic. Especially when you consider we're only 5 races in. But it's not going to be easy. And once again, I'm being pushed off the inside line because Valtteri Bottas is having a cheeky little look there. But I'm going to try and cover him. Now Albon's coming for a look. And once again, trying to cover him off. And I've made a mistake going across there. And will Albon be able to take it? No, but Bottas has. And I've got another driver on my left. I didn't see who that was. But you see me there now going across the chicane. And I think it was Albon who was alongside me. No, it's Charles Leclerc. As I go to cover him off. I didn't realise where Charles Leclerc came from. I didn't even think he was in that melee. So it just shows how many cars I'm holding up. And that a few of them are taking an advantage out of this. For some reason, I seem to be lacking pace, so I don't know. But we've made a pit stop, and we're going to see now where this sticks us out. Hopefully within the confines of the top 10, so that I've got a nice clear bit of track, so that I can push hard and try and maintain second place, or third place, because I know I lost second to Valtteri Bottas not too long ago. I'm just going to push like hell and hope that I can either claim the place back or hold on to third. It's going to be a tough lap though. So let's see what we can do. Hamilton is just behind us and Hubert still within the top 10. But I don't know if he hasn't pitted yet. And in fact we have made P2 once again. And Bottas, he's going to be furious because he made all that effort getting past us. And it's now all been undone thanks to me getting a cheeky little undercut in the pits. Although I've hit the curb and I've nearly lost it there. And that's going to allow Bottas away. We're going to try and cover him, but Bottas has that inside line, and I've just let him take it. I'm going to try and hold him around the outside, but no, Bottas just has the better traction, the better momentum, and that has allowed him to get through. Hamilton trying to get through on the left now, but I'm going to outbrake Lewis down the inside here, and this is getting ever more difficult to hold off the train of cars that is starting to build behind me. For whatever reason, I am not gelling well with these conditions at all. We've got a yellow flag, which means someone's obviously pulling off to retire. We're just going to wait and see who that is. But once again, there are cars getting ready to have a look. And as you can see, it's Carlos Sainz in the McLaren that is dropping out of the race. Perhaps he's looking at his Ferrari contract and just stopping to cry a little bit. But, Carlos Sainz out of the race, and Bottas sticking one on me now. That's not Bottas, that's Hamilton. Hamilton now round my outside. I'm trying to cover him off. Leclerc is now going to have a look on the inside. This is where I make my big mistake though, because I've gone across into Leclerc. He's still alongside me. I didn't realise he was there. His car was stuck on me, and we have just gone completely off. And you know what? That is my fault, and that is why Jake told me off. Because of my lack of spatial awareness there, that forced Leclerc off, which forced him into the Mercedes. I've now gone across the grass. I've held on to P4, despite Daniel Kvyat now forcing his way into P4. And he's giving everything he can to do it. And you know what? He has got that done. That is P4 for Daniel Kvyat. And we are going to lose out to Sergio Perez if we're not very careful, because Perez hounding my rear now. Is he going to have a look up the inside? No, he is not. Also, it's worth noting that because of that incident, we have taken damage, and now Perez is having a look at me. He is holding his line there, and this is some world-class driving by Perez. Trying to put me under pressure there. It didn't work, though. I held him off, and he's lost a couple of places because some of the other drivers are going much quicker. Daniel Ricciardo now going up the inside. I'm going to try and hold him around the outside, and has that worked? Yes, it has, because Ricciardo also understeered into me there, and that enabled me to just hold on to 5th. But the amount of time I'm losing because of the damage I've taken now is ridiculous. And yeah, this race just hasn't gone my way. I will apologise there for what happened with Leclerc. I'll explain it a bit more as Danny Rick once again has a look up the inside. I'm giving him as much space as I dare. And Ricciardo keeping alongside me there. This is some brave and gutsy driving by him. And in fact, Daniel Ricciardo pulling off a worldly overtake there. That is incredible. Moving into P5. And I do have to apologise for the incident with Charles Leclerc. I went across to the left, not aware he was there. And then my car got stuck on him. I then went across, tried to go over to get off. And then went back across to defend. Again, not aware he was there. So that's just very poor spatial awareness on my part. And that's what caused the incident. And I do apologise for that. Jake, like I said, gave me the biggest telling off for that, and since then, you know, I do vow from this point onwards to do better with my lack of spatial awareness, pay more attention to what's going on around me when in wheel-to-wheel combat. So big apologies for that incident, and you know, I'm going to learn moving forwards, but for now, it's the last lap. I've held on to P6. That was a tough one. That was a tough, long race.
So another fantastic victory for Red Bull today. Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think?
Well, keeping their tyre temperatures up in the tricky wet conditions was really important. There's not much grip out there at the best of times, and it's 10 times worse if you're out there on cold tyres. So the way they kept the rubber in its proper operating window was a huge advantage today.
The drivers are en route to the podium as we speak. What a fantastic win for the Red Bull team. They performed exceptionally today, keeping us firmly on the edge of our seats throughout the entirety of the race. Congratulations to everyone at the team. So, let's review the drivers' standings. More points for Valtteri.
Well, it could have been so much better, but, you know, I need to take full responsibility for that incident, and I do promise to do better in future. I do promise to be more spatially aware of the cars around me. But you know what? I'm glad that we could salvage 6th from this race. Still a good effort. Still a solid points finish. Right, I will leave you with the highlights reel now. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and punch the sub button, and I'll see you again very soon.
I can't wait to see what's next.